A little bit of health and safety. In the unlikely event of an emergency, an alarm will sound. Marshals at each of the emergency exits located at the aisles and rear of the hall and gallery spaces will then guide you to the assembly points and ensure that you exit safely. My name is Jenny Amphlett, and it is my privilege to be the Master of Ceremonies today. You're in the heart of our campus in our flagship building, and we are delighted to have you with us. Everyone here at the university knows just how important this day is for our graduates, and so I'd like to take a few moments to walk you through how the ceremony will work and what happens after the event. The ceremony will commence as the platform party make their way through the hall to their seats behind me. Our Chair of the Board of Governors, Dr. Martin Pugh, will then make a short address. The Vice-Chancellor and Executive Dean will move to the lower platform, ready to receive graduands. Each graduate will be guided by our team of ushers to come to the platform to receive their award. The name of each graduate will be announced individually and by course before they cross the lower platform. Graduates, please walk across the lower platform, doff your cap to the Vice-Chancellor and your Executive Dean, and our ushers will be there to guide you back to your seats. Now, graduates, I suspect this is the part of the ceremony you are most nervous about. Please don't be. There is a small ramp which brings you up to the platform, so please take care if you're wearing heels. And don't doff too early. Don't doff your cap on the ramp. Wait until you reach the center of the platform and you'll see a little green fluorescent marker on the floor. That is where you doff your cap to the Vice-Chancellor, because that's the best camera angle. And that's enough talk about doffing for one morning. Guests, this is your opportunity to celebrate the amazing achievements of the graduate you are here with today. While we ask you to remain seated as the graduates cross the platform, we want to encourage you to celebrate their success and reward the hard work that goes into gaining an academic award. So please, during the ceremony, don't be shy. Make as much noise as you can. Cheering, applause, whooping, stamping, they're all permitted, and in fact, they're positively encouraged. Just to make sure you're all warmed up, I think we should do a little practice run. So firstly, graduates over there at the back of the room, I'd like you to set the bar and show your guests how it's done. I'm told that you're a noisy bunch, so let's see how loud you can be today. On a count of 3, let's all give a big cheer for the graduating class of 2025. 1, 2, 3. That was wonderful. Well done. Thank you. Okay, so guests here at the front of the room, let's show them how much noise you can make. After 3, let's all give a big cheer for the graduating class of 2025. 1, 2, 3. Now that's more like it. At the start of the ceremony, we would ask that all graduates and guests stand as the platform party leave the ceremony hall. Once the platform party has left, graduates, you will follow on and be met by your guard of honor. Guests, we would ask you to please remain seated until all graduates have exited the building. We will then all head outside where our photographer and marshals will choreograph the cap throw photograph. Now, as we live in Britain, we can't control the weather, but it looks like we've got sunshine today, so let's keep our fingers crossed for the next sort of 40 minutes or so. We really want to ensure you get the best chance to have this iconic photograph, whatever the weather. After that, well, it's time to celebrate in the LRV, where there will be music, refreshments, photography, alumni goodie bags, and merchandise. So that's our schedule. Now let's enjoy what will surely be one of the most memorable days in the lives of our graduates. Without further ado, let's begin the ceremony. Please stand if you are able as we welcome our platform party. I invite the Chair of the Board of Governors, Dr. Martin Pugh, to deliver the opening address.
I declare that the convocation of University of Staffordshire 2025 is now assembled. Lord Lieutenant, Vice-Chancellor, honoured guests, colleagues from around the university, graduands and friends. As Chair of the Board of Governors at University of Staffordshire, I welcome you all on this very special occasion, a celebration of achievement for our class of 2025. Today we mark the success of graduands from the Institute of Education within the School of Health, Education, Policing and Sciences. We also celebrate the success of graduates from education partners South Staffordshire College, Ashton Sixth Form College and Riverside College. We are also privileged to have with us the Lord Lieutenant of Staffordshire, Professor Liz Barnes, CBE, who is also a former Vice-Chancellor of our university. And we are delighted to be joined for this ceremony by Mohammed Ramzan, Community Ambassador, Educational Leader, and proud advocate for social mobility, who today receives the university's highest honour, the award of Honorary Doctor of the University. Graduands, congratulations on reaching this incredible milestone. As you step into the next chapter of your lives, remember that the world is constantly evolving. The skills and knowledge you have gained here are your foundation, but your ability to adapt, innovate, and embrace change will be your greatest asset. I want you all to feel that today is your day, an opportunity to properly celebrate your significant achievements and to reflect on how far you have come. I also wish to pay tribute to the university staff, your family, friends, and colleagues who have encouraged and inspired you throughout your studies, culminating in your graduation today. As a university, we pride ourselves on our talented students, and here is just a taster. Ranked in the top 5 for education in the Guardian University Guide 2025, our Institute of Education continues to create real impact, both locally and nationally. Over the past 3 years, more than 50 Institute of Education students have played a key role in delivering the Nuffield Early Language Intervention Programme in partnership with Thrive at 5. Their efforts have reached nearly 250 children, helping to develop essential language skills that boost confidence and support lifelong learning. Such interventions have been within targeted areas of our local community and critical in supporting the young children and families that need this type of intervention the most. Those following the Special Educational Needs Pathway organised a successful charity fundraiser in support of the Peter Pan Children's Centre, with final year student Chris Wilson and lecturer Fran Cornwall-Brown going the extra mile by running a half marathon to raise additional funds. The Institute has recently been selected as one of just 7 national pilot providers for the new undergraduate teacher degree apprenticeship in mathematics, a trailblazing route into teaching that begins in 2026, in collaboration with schools, multi-academy trusts, and our teaching school hub. Research and enterprise continue to thrive too. The Institute recently secured UK research innovation funding for a knowledge transfer partnership with an online school for pupils unable to access mainstream education, a cutting-edge digital learning project led by Dr. Jim Pugh. We would also like to thank Professor Gillian Forrester, who retires this year after playing a pivotal role in the Institute's research achievements and student success. These accomplishments are a testament to the commitment and professionalism of our students and staff. Ours is a university that exists to level the playing field, a university driven by the belief that talent is everywhere, but opportunity is not. We are proud to be ranked in the top 5 for first-generation students in the Male University Guide 2025, and in the top 5 for social inclusion in the Times and Sunday Times Good University Guide 2025. And just last month, we were ranked equal first in the UK in the Times Higher Education Impact Rankings 2025 for our contribution to access to quality education for all, recognising in particular our support of students who are the first in their family to experience university. We believe in building skills that not only transform lives, but also uplift communities. That's why we are especially proud to be recognised third in the UK for career prospects in the 2025 What Uni Student Choice Awards, based entirely on student feedback. This accolade is more than a ranking. It reflects the heart of our mission, to help every student, regardless of background, not just find a job, but build a future. We know that true success is about more than employment statistics. It's about empowering people to thrive, to lead, and to make a difference. At this point in the ceremony, it's traditional to reflect on the journeys of those who have gone on to achieve remarkable things. This summer, our Chancellor, Major Leveson Wood, world explorer, author, and filmmaker, delivered a powerful TEDx talk at our university titled, "Everything You Want is on the Other Side of Fear." He spoke about how fear is not simply something to overcome, but something to work with, a signal, a guide, and a catalyst for growth. Drawing on his own life-threatening experiences and global expeditions, he reminded us that courage doesn't mean being fearless. It means moving forward despite our fears. That the cave we fear to enter often holds the treasure we seek. Graduands, whether you are stepping into a new job, continuing your studies, or taking time to figure out your path, you will encounter uncertainty. But uncertainty is not the enemy. It's the beginning of discovery. So when fear taps you on the shoulder before an interview, a presentation, a new beginning, know that it's a sign you're about to grow. On the other side of that fear may lie your biggest opportunity, your boldest moment, your real magic. In a world that is changing faster than ever, your adaptability, your creativity, and your compassion will matter. And your courage, however quiet or loud it may be, will be the thing that carries you forward. My advice to you is to build strong networks and seek out mentors. Look for the kind of success that doesn't just elevate you, but uplifts others too. Our class of 2025 has the power to drive meaningful change, not just in careers and industries, but in communities and conversations. The future needs you, your voice, your values, and your vision. And as you leave here today, remember, success is not a straight line. It's a winding path with detours, doubts, and discoveries. But with purpose and persistence, you'll find your way. I wish you every success in the journey ahead, and I hope you truly enjoy today. A celebration of how far you've come, and a launch pad for where you're heading next. Honoured guests, please be upstanding and welcome our class of 2025.
I invite the Executive Dean, Mike Phillips, to deliver the citation for the Honorary Award of Doctor of the University to Mohammed Ramzan.
Chair of the Board, Vice-Chancellor, graduates and guests, it gives me great pleasure to introduce Mohammed Ramzan for the award of Honorary Doctor of the University. A distinguished educational leader, community ambassador, and proud alumnus of University of Staffordshire, Mohammed has dedicated his life to uplifting others, particularly those from disadvantaged backgrounds, through education, opportunity, and civic engagement. Born abroad and raised in Shelton, Stoke-on-Trent, Mohammed learned English as a second language and became the first in his family to enter higher education. These early challenges only strengthened his drive. His educational journey began at University of Staffordshire with a degree in social work and social studies, followed by further qualifications from Manchester University, Lancaster University, Management School, and a strategic leadership programme at the University of Oxford. With a career spanning more than 24 years, Mohammed has held senior roles across secondary and further education, including 2 principalships in London and Greater Manchester. He is currently Deputy Principal of St Helens College. His work has driven the turnaround of underperforming institutions into Ofsted-rated good and outstanding providers, reflecting his deep commitment to quality and student success. As chair of the Shelton Community Partnership, Mohammed has created a powerful coalition of more than 250 local businesses, faith groups, landlords and residents, working together to improve opportunities and raise aspirations in the local area. The partnership is now a respected and strategic partner for Stoke-on-Trent City Council and University of Staffordshire, playing a key role in local recruitment, social mobility and civic engagement. Mohammed's leadership has fostered pride and regeneration in Shelton. Initiatives such as community celebration events staged here in the Catalyst and the Partnership Action Plan have helped increase local recruitment to the university and contributed to a rise in ethnic minority representation among university staff. His story, from a young boy learning English in Shelton to a leader transforming educational institutions and communities, is a testament to resilience and the power of lifelong learning. He has mentored countless individuals who have gone on to careers in medicine, law, education and business, and remains a role model for first-generation learners across the country. Today's award recognises not only Mohammed's professional achievements and community leadership, but also the inspirational example he sets for others. His work aligns with University of Staffordshire's civic mission to raise aspirations, build meaningful partnerships, and empower change through education. Chair of the Board, Vice-Chancellor, I have the honour of presenting Mohammed Ramzan for the award of Honorary Doctor of the University.
Chair of the Board, Vice-Chancellor, graduands and distinguished guests and colleagues, thank you very much indeed for this honour and the generous citation. I am truly humbled to receive this recognition and I will cherish it deeply. This moment means so much to me and to my family who have been with me every step of the way. It will forever hold a special place in our hearts. To be standing on this stage is a privilege, one that I do not take lightly. This part of Staffordshire University is particularly meaningful to me because I grew up in Shelton, as you heard from the citation, and the university was just down the road. And just the university exposure and being in our locality was a source of inspiration. And coming on here to utilise many of the sports activities, as I did as a young person, really expose the aspiration, ambition, being a first generation higher education. And that's something I have taken to my personal passion in life, is to create those life-changing opportunities for many of the people that I both work with and drive forward leadership and change and transformation to really deliver that outstanding experience and open up doors and opportunities. For many, it may be new opportunities. For others, it may be growing opportunities and upskilling and progressing in their careers. Family plays an important part in many of our lives, and one tip I will give you is always value the people that are around you. Because in life, as we progress, remember, a lot of people have invested in us, our families and our loved ones, and don't forget those. And I want to thank my parents who instilled in me the values of hard work, confidence, resilience. Their belief in me laid the foundations for everything I have gone on to achieve, and it fueled my determination to rise to the highest levels of my profession. Many years ago, my mother once said to me that if you want to learn something, travel to China to learn something. And you know what? In 2017, I traveled to China, and I really learned a lot in China as well. So, wise words that have helped me. And there is a quote by one of the greatest sports people who was voted the sportsperson of the century, and I would say one of the greatest sports people to ever grace this planet, and it was Muhammad Ali. His quote is, "Champions are not made in gyms. Champions are made from something they have deep inside them, a desire, a dream, a vision. They must have the skill and the will, but the will must be stronger than the skill." That quote is framed in my office at work, and today I pass it on to all of you. Whatever your field, whether it be education, law, business, the arts, it's not just your talent that will carry you forward. It is your will and your inner drive, your resilience, that is what will set you apart. I also want to thank the many people who gave me opportunities to grow, to prove myself throughout my professional career, and to shine. And I showed my gratitude by putting in the graft, which is the hard work, and the hours, and the unwavering commitment, because that's what it takes to succeed. So graduates, hang on to those powerful words. I am deeply grateful to Staffordshire University and everyone involved in making today so special for me, my family, the graduates, and our distinguished guests. Because the university, many years ago when I arrived here, had this inclusive ethos and this sense of purpose. And I must commend the Chair, the Vice-Chancellor and the team for continuing that passion and that commitment and that inclusive agenda of bringing people together and creating that sense of purpose, because that is really important for the success of our community and our society today. And most of all, I want to pay tribute to each and every one of you graduating today as you set out on your remarkable journeys ahead. Before I close, let me share a couple of more quotes which have really inspired me. One was by Margaret Mead saying, "I define success of contribution to fellow human beings." And the other one, another one by Muhammad Ali, he said, "Service to others is the rent you pay for your room here on earth." So, use your knowledge, your influence, and your achievements, not just to elevate yourself, but to lift others up. Give others a hand, open doors, and always remember that true success lies in the impact we have on those around us. So, if there's just one thing I ask you to take from my words today, it's this: never let anyone tell you that you can't succeed. No matter where you come from, which school you went to, or what your background may be, I stand here today as a living proof that you can succeed. Congratulations to you all. Keep the skill, keep the will, and go out there and make a difference. Thank you.
I invite Course Director, Associate Professor Joe Basford, to present the graduates from the School of Health, Education, Policing and Sciences from the Institute of Education.
Chair of the Board of Governors, Vice-Chancellor, I have the honour to present to you those students within the School of Health, Education, Policing and Sciences from the Institute of Education, who have gained the following awards. For a thesis entitled Crafting Excellence, Impact of Quality Management System ISO 9001-2015, on subject supervisors' organisational skills in the Ministry of Education in Oman. Supervised by Dr. Lynn Machin and Dr. Duncan Hindmarch, the award of Doctor of Philosophy is made to Sumaya Al-Noami. For work including a research thesis entitled Developing Science Identity and Cultural Capital, a hermeneutic study of teacher-led secondary science curriculum development, supervised by Professor Jill Forrester, Dr. Joe Basford, and Dr. Jan Hetherington. The award of Doctor of Education is made to Claire Copeland. For work including a research thesis entitled Co-Producing a Community of Practice Model for Primary Care Mental Health, a participatory grounded study conducted during the pandemic, supervised by Professor Heather Eggins and Dr. Fiona Cust. The award of Doctor of Education is made to Lisa Hill. For work including a research thesis entitled A Multi-Case Study to Understand the Ways in which Socio-Cultural Factors Influence Everyday Creative Contributions in Healthcare and Higher Education by Student Midwives. Supervised by Dr. Ruth Hudson and Professor Jill Forrester. The award of Doctor of Education is made to Lauren Philp von Wonje. For work including a research thesis entitled An Investigation of the Understanding of Reflective Practice by Educators in Higher Education, Art and Design. Supervised by Professor Heather Eggins and Dr. Alicia Prowse. The award of Doctor of Education is made to Leslie Raven. For work including a research thesis entitled The Further Education of Gifted Mathematicians, a Vygotskian Perspective on Perceptions and Pedagogy, supervised by Dr. Sandra Murray and the late Dr. Veronica Poulter. The award of Doctor of Education is made to Niall Thompson. Master's degree in Education, Alison Elizabeth Williams. Postgraduate Diploma in Higher and Professional Education. Sarah Brain. Kieran Chadwick. Craig Holcroft. Ruth Leftwich. Lauren Thompson. Postgraduate Certificate in Higher and Professional Education. Laura Burkett. Helena Brown. Andrew Cartledge. Sally Challoner. Christopher Cooper. Kirsty Louise Ferguson Marrow. Carla Gleave. Samantha Hewitt. Arthur Jones. Catherine Key. Paul Lettice. Holly Mather. Victoria McKillen. Mahek Moon. Claire Pugh. Atik Rehman. Laura Jane Scott. Postgraduate Certificate in Education in Post-Compulsory Education and Training. Kathleen Jane Dixon. Matthew Hayward. Vicky McGregor Dignan. Michelle Morris. Anya Preston. Christopher Woodall. Postgraduate Certificate in Education in Secondary English. Michael Craney. Bachelor's degree in Education with Post-Compulsory Education and Training. Craig Draper. Yvonne Easton. Amelia Jackson. Receiving the prize for the highest undergraduate achievement in the Institute of Education. Jamie Rudd. Katie Walker. Harvey Wood. Bachelor's degree in primary education with qualified teacher status. Francesca Lawrence. Ellie Pearson. Certificate in Education in Post-Compulsory Education and Training. Lauren Elizabeth Dawson. Christopher Harris Gibbs. Jenna Hall. Darren Kimberley. Suzanne Pearson. Laura Pratt. Luke Seal. Chair of the Board of Governors, Vice-Chancellor, that concludes the awards from the School of Health, Education, Policing and Sciences from the Institute of Education.
I now invite Dr. Niall Thompson, a graduating student from the class of 2025, to the platform to give a vote of thanks on behalf of the graduating cohort.
Hello to all graduates, the guests, and our esteemed platform party. Firstly, a huge congratulations goes out from me to every person that's graduating here today alongside me. A few members of my family are here supporting me, and they will know that at the moment we're going through quite a tough loss. But sitting here today and listening to everyone's achievements has reminded me of the importance of celebrating, no matter how hard that can be. I know just how much work, commitment, dedication every graduate here has invested in their studies, and I hope every one of you feels immense pride in what you have accomplished. My own journey through higher education has been very long, very winding, and very unusual, to say the least. I stand here today graduating from a course that I've completed entirely as a mature student, and yet when I first became an undergraduate, I was actually only 15. My gift for mathematics and love of study accelerated my education, and since that time, I've studied with 4 universities. I could go into so much detail telling you my reasons for picking particular places and courses, but not for Staffordshire, because I didn't really pick Staffordshire. Staffordshire was there and chose me. My studies began with Staffordshire almost 7 years ago. It was when I started my PGCE. After 5 years out of higher education, I'd found my own placement at a local sixth form college, which was actually a university partner school, and just enrolled on their PGE course, not giving it much thought. That year really changed me. As a mathematician, I really, up until that point, valued symbols, precision, conciseness. And the reality of writing for a written assignment, especially at postgraduate level, for the first time, was very daunting. But with the right support to nurture that inquisitive nature, that apprehension soon transformed into a love of reading, writing, debate, which moulded me into a research-informed practitioner, setting me up to do the best by my students throughout my teaching career. By the end of the PGCE, I so enjoyed educational research and writing, and I didn't feel ready to give it up. I just knew that Staffordshire was going to be the place to continue. However, I originally looked to top up my PGCE, but quite very quickly learned that due to my maths qualifications, I could enrol directly on the Doctor of Education programme that I have graduated from today. At that time, I really doubted that I was ready for what felt like such a huge jump academically and a massive commitment to part-time study over at least what was going to be the next 5 years. The support and encouragement provided at that time by the course leader, Professor Forrester, were pivotal. Her belief, having hardly known me, in my ability to use my mathematics background to undertake a substantial and worthwhile project into better strategies to support other gifted mathematicians, gave me the confidence to go forward with the course. I'm so grateful for her efforts, not only during that time, but in the 6 years which have followed. I'm sure that other members of my cohort graduating alongside me today will agree that her work setting our group up to be a tight-knit unit have paid dividends for us all. She not only promised us that the doctorate would make us feel transformed by the experience, but never stopped working to make that a reality for all of us. In January this year, I actually became a lecturer in higher education myself, which has opened my eyes to the volume of work going on in the background to make this happen for every student on every course. My particular thanks, though, goes out to my supervisors. Dr. Murray, thank you, because you taught me how to enjoy fierce disagreement and how to figure out which hills I wanted to die on. Dr. Poulter isn't here with us today. It will always be a source of regret that she wasn't around to read the very finished version of my thesis about 18 months ago. Her memory will always live on, though, in my research and writing most of all. Dr. Poulter, you were very formative in shaping that. I wish that I could go on to name every member of staff that I've interacted with at Staffordshire, and I'm aware that students and graduates in the room will have their own idols. So I'd like instead to have every graduate to keep those idols in your thoughts, and for everybody to please join me in a huge round of applause for our fantastic lecturers, technical and support staff. Well.
I invite Vice-Chancellor Professor Martin Jones to deliver the closing remarks.
How do I follow that inspirational speech? Graduates, huge congratulations to each and every one of you in this room right now. Be proud of what you've achieved. Because Vice-Chancellor, it fills me with enormous pride to see you across the stage and to witness that extraordinary wealth of talent and ambition gathered in this hall right now. This moment, of course, as we've heard, marks the culmination of your hard work, your late nights, your early mornings, your countless challenges. But it also marks out your resilience, your dedication to learning, and your belief in the transformative power of education. Why? Because you balanced academic study with practical delivery, led classrooms and lectures, explored complex theory, championed inclusion, contributed to education in early years, in schools, in colleges, and as we've heard, in universities too, and society as a whole. And every step has brought you here today. Today is a powerful reminder, I think, of your professional strength, your resilience, and of course, your potential. But it's not the end. No, it is just the beginning. Because you leave us today, not only as graduates, but as educational experts, researchers, mentors, leaders, and of course, change makers and transformers. You've chosen a profession that changes lives, as we've heard. And your work will ripple for generations and years to come. Why? Because we're living in a time of huge change and challenge, socially, technologically, and globally. And education is not just part of that change, it's what the driver is and the change agent. Because the world you're stepping into demands more than expertise. It needs your integrity, your creativity, your courage and your empathy. The courage to rethink systems. The courage to ask different and better questions. At University of Staffordshire, we're committed to next generation education, preparing you not just for today's roles, but also the roles and future itself. Tomorrow's learners will need critical thinking. They will need compassion. And that's why we've focused on equipping you as professionals and as change makers at the same time. So as you go forward, let those values that you've learnt guide you. Be the one that sees possibility where others see limits. Be the voice that always asks, why not? Be the example and the light that leads others of every age and every background. That's why we are proud to be a university that shapes graduates to be genuinely, truly world ready. Ready to lead, ready to teach, but ready to transform. You're now part of our story, and your journey from here today matters. So carry the lessons of your time with us. Honour the friendships and the partnerships that you've formed. Stay reflective, stay curious, but above all, keep believing in what education can do, the power of education. But always please stay connected to one another and to us. As University of Staffordshire alumni, you're now part of our ambassadors of this fabulous institution. Your impact is our legacy and partnership. Your stories will inspire the next generation of learners. And in a world full of distraction and division, please stay grounded to your understandings and your purpose. I want to leave you with words of one of the great champions, I think, of education and indeed global humanity, Nelson Mandela, who reminds us with the quote, "Education is the most powerful weapon which we can use and you can use to change the world." Now, before we head outside for the iconic academic cap throw, which will be captured in film and on photographs, and our Master of Ceremonies will explain how this will work. But first, I'd like all graduates and guests, please, to stand if you're able to do so. And on my countdown, let's raise the roost with a big cheer and round of applause. Let's see how much noise we can make, folk. 3, 2, 1.
Thank you, Vice-Chancellor. That concludes your graduation ceremony, but the party is, of course, just beginning. Let me remind you what happens next. When I finish speaking, I will ask you if you are able to stand. That will be the signal for our harpist, Rachel, to begin playing and for the mace bearer to approach the stage. The mace bearer will then lead the platform party, followed by our academics, out of the Catalyst Gallery via the rear doors. There, they will form a guard of honour for our students who will follow on. Once outside, graduates, you will be met by our photographer and photographic marshals who will choreograph the iconic academic cap throw photograph. I'm delighted to say that our new Honorary Dr. Mohammed Ramzan will be joining you for the cap throw photograph today. Guests, at the signal of our ushers, once the last of our graduates has exited, you are free to join graduates outside. When the cap throw photo has been taken, please can all graduates and guests make their way to the LRV where refreshments will be served, music will be playing, and photography, alumni, flower and merchandise stalls await you. You can also collect your degree certificate. That's very important. You're definitely going to need it. When you're ready, gowns can then be returned to the registration area before you leave campus. Graduates, this is your day. We couldn't be more proud of what you have achieved and wish you all the luck for your future. Now please go and enjoy your celebrations. Please be upstanding if you are able. Harpist, if you please.
Got a lovely honorary as well. Just move up.
It's okay, you can sit down now.